Hello, and welcome back. Gunning to Old Trafford here with your host, Shady, aka Abdul Samad Kesem, aka Shady, and Ibrahim Chunara, my man, Ibi. Ibi is in the house, number 14, my man. You good, Ibi?
Good.
How is it? Number 14.
Number 14.
This is our number 14. So welcome again, guys. Brilliant stuff. The Premiership is rocking.
Oh, yes.
Ibi, take us in, brother.
Guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Like Abdul said, the Premier League is rocking. Sorry if you're hearing noise in the background. We've got a bit of a racing track behind us. And they're flying through. They're flying.
I'm shocked.
Maybe that will give away where our studio is.
Yeah,
because we're close to a racetrack.
Yes,
so
somewhere
close to a racetrack. So yeah, I mean, Abdul, since the last time we've spoken, two Premier League games,
two Premiership. So Ibi, like Ibi said, guys, player ratings and review. Last time we spoke, we have Arsenal away to the Brighton, Manchester United away to Wolves.
Tricky Wolves.
That was heavy. Then we had both Gunning to Old Trafford away at home. Arsenal away to Newcastle United.
Arsenal at home to Newcastle United.
Arsenal at home. And Manchester United at home to Bournemouth. I must say, the Emirates in Old Trafford were rocking.
Pumping.
There's something
about
it. There's
happening.
something about it. And you know what? You know what it is? It's gunning to
Old Trafford.
It's gunning to Old Trafford. So
it's no luck.
No.
That ever since gunning to Old Trafford started August 2022.
Yes.
Ever since then, Manchester United and Arsenal
are
on the up.
And not only that, on the up, we even getting Glazers out. Out. So
green and gold Glazers out.
Come on, man.
So here's some
Beautiful
green,
stuff.
here's yellow.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
We made it. Glazers out for now and Glazers out for ever. So yeah, brilliant stuff.
But guys, on a serious note, I was talking to Fawaz.
Yes.
Good idea for the Glazers to sell United and buy Liverpool.
If you guys don't know, Ibrahim has a perfect idea. We will actually put that. Ibrahim, accounting, Coach Rashid Danka says accounting 101. Do you want to, I think if you give the guys an idea of how to buy Liverpool and still make a profit.
100%. So
Please
Glazers, you bought Manchester United with no money on your own. You're going to walk away with a £6 billion profit. But I know deep down you guys still want to own a Premier League club. There's a smaller Premier League club available for purchase at the cost of about 3 billion. And when I say smaller, I mean in relation to United. Yes, they're two giants, but I think in relation to United, a little bit smaller. But they're available for £3 billion.
Okay.
So if the Glazers sell Manchester United for 6 billion, they would then buy Liverpool for 3 billion. They'd still own a Premier League club and walk away with a £3 billion profit. Spread between 6 siblings, they'd all get £500,000 profit, plus owning a Premier League club.
Are you guys
which
listening?
They can then plunder at their discretion.
Ibrahim Chunara. Jokes. I was also serious about it. Jokes, man. Jokes. Don't be so upset, guys.
We don't want the Glazers to touch the English game or touch any game in that respect.
They need to
because what they've done to Manchester United should not be allowed to happen to any other club.
Agreed.
Because these guys were parasites and they were no good to Manchester United. And I wouldn't want to see that happen to Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, or any other club. We respect football.
Well said,
and these guys have no place in the game. So.
No, that's amazing. Amazing stuff. Ibi, you want to start it off? Must I start it off away at Wolves?
Okay, away at Wolves. I can go.
Can Ibi go? Okay.
Away at Wolves. Wolves always a tricky game.
It was.
We've always seen a bad end at Wolves. Really tough game, especially traveling to the Molineux. It's a really tricky one. New coach at Wolves, doing really well with the Wolves team, and exactly what I expected from the game.
Gritty,
tough game. Not many chances. Defense needed to be solid, and they were. Varane and Shaw were amazing in defense, with Wan-Bissaka and Malacia playing on the left. With Dave saves in the pools. Our record breaker, 510 appearances for Manchester United, gets into the top 10 appearances of all time. So amazing stuff. And when he makes an appearance for Everton,
Big Dave.
coming up, he should, take the 10th position all by his own.
Wow. Wow.
So,
legend.
I'm not going to talk too much about the game. It was a gritty game, really tough game. Dave came up with some amazing saves. One where he saved it with his chest, unconventional. And the one where Neves hit a cracker from outside the box.
I saw that one, yeah.
And Flying Dave,
Dave.
all the way to his left, pulls it out. Ten Hag did something controversial coming to that game, dropping Marcus Rashford to the bench because he was late for a team meeting.
But how is that? How is that, Ibrahim?
It shows the mentality of Ten Hag.
How is that? Man.
And I think for Cristiano Ronaldo, if he's seeing this, what Ten Hag did with you wasn't anything personal.
No.
I think he's just trying to establish himself.
Correct.
And I think you guys could have handled that situation a bit better. But anyways, we'll get into Ronaldo in a new segment that's dropping on Gunning to Old Trafford.
Yes, stay in touch.
So Ten Hag took the brave decision to drop Rashford to the bench. United looked a bit lost for ideas in the top half, and that's why Ten Hag is crying out for a striker. Second half, proved his point to Rashford. No one's bigger than the club, no matter how good you are. If you're late for a team meeting, you're going to sit on the bench. Brings him on. Bruno and Rashford combined to get an assist and goal. Amazing goal. Rashford should have had a second.
Rashi. Mfanas.
They deemed it to be a handball.
Yes.
But it's more ball to hand than handball. But anyways, the rules
some
are the
dodgy
rules.
refereeing, man.
Some dodgy rules.
Scary, man.
And they gave that a handball for Rashford. But similar Arsenal against Newcastle, where
They
the ball
didn't
hit
give
the player's hand,
They
they
didn't
said
give
it was unintentional. Yeah, sorry. Now the go-karts are on and about. So.
The Formula One.
The Formula One.
Go-karts. But it's moving. It's moving.
Away.
So,
So, 1-0 to United. And brilliant stuff. So we'll get into yours.
Wow.
Are we going to do the player ratings all at once at the end?
Maybe we can, if you want to drop your player ratings now and then do it. Or let me do the Arsenal one. We go back to Manchester United and Arsenal will do our next one. If you're okay with it. Right? This is for live viewing, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Ibi, just to quickly, you mentioned something very important of the mentality of Ten Hag, making those courageous decisions. But how was the attitude of Mfanas, Rashford?
Oh, brilliant.
Didn't throw his toys out of the court, took it like a man and came on.
Admitted he made a mistake.
Admitted and move on.
I don't think he'll ever do it again. But what it does is also allows no one else in the club to take it for granted.
Exactly.
And Shaw spoke about this,
He did.
a couple of weeks ago. He said before Ten Hag, players took the liberties at Manchester United. And now, nothing. No one's bigger than Ten Hag.
So listen here. Just for Mfanas, I was doing this here. Did you see his celebration? No, one he just does this. That is for Mfanas! So, man, well done, Mfanas. And also, Ibi, sorry, I wanted to mention, we spoke about this, I think, on our live, but just that master stroke of the Rolls-Royce Varane and Luke Shaw. A proper sweeper and centre back.
100%.
It was like the old days. Clean.
Loved
So,
it.
well done, Manchester United.
Shoberto Carlos.
Shoberto. So, moving along, we said the stadium now. Brighton Stadium, what was it? We said it now.
Amex.
The Amex. Arsenal at the Amex. Guys, Brighton, what a team.
What a team.
Their manager, that Zabi, is something else, Ibrahim. They went toe-to-toe with the Arsenal. Toe-to-toe. The top four for Arsenal, and I'm going to give them a mention here: Edin Nketiah, Bakayo Saka, Mfana Futi, Gabi Martinelli, and Odegaard were absolutely amazing. They were absolutely amazing. The midfielders did well. Went up to Arsenal at one stage. Ibrahim were looking very, very comfortable. But Brighton just came back. And Arsenal really had to show their class.
And Brighton scored a third, but it was offside.
They scored a third. And at that time it was 4-2.
Yeah.
I think it was the 84th, 85th. I'm still telling them at home, you've got about 5 minutes plus extra time. We are going to cry here. And I'm hoping, come on, VAR. And it was ruled off. But that goal goes in certainly. You have
last 10 minutes.
And what I love about Mikel Arteta says, you know what? You can only breathe in all of these Premiership games when that final whistle goes.
100%.
This is the love of this game. no matter what it is. So Ibrahim really had to dig deep. I still feel, and I'm going to say it now, and I'll say it again later, that I don't know what it is, man, but how much, and sorry, if I'm going to bring it in a little bit, maybe you can also speak a little bit about it. Ateta, Edu need to work hard in the transfer market.
Have to.
Because
But you guys are under risk. Mudrik,
Mudryk to
Chelsea are hovering.
you understand? So
And Chelsea got the money to just pull him.
they're just going to. I mean, 85 million, that's what they want.
Yeah.
It's nothing for him. They'll give him 88 million just for fun. Take another 3 million for fun. Now, Arsenal won't do that. But how long can Mfana Futisaka play at this tempo? How long can Martinelli? They boys, they youngsters,
exactly.
they
need
boys
support.
They need something, you know. So,
and we mentioned it before. It happened under Solskjaer where he wasn't back, where United were top of the league, wasn't back, and then they filtered out with injuries. Arteta, Edu, don't make the same mistake.
Guys.
You're in a solid position.
man.
What? How many points clear? 5
Well,
points?
now 8.
Eight
8
and
with the rest of them.
City got a
City's got a
game
game in hand.
But 8, City played Chelsea, so you guys could still give them 8 points.
Let's see.
8 points clear. Back your guy.
Come on, guys.
Go get the players he needs so that you can have the title push, yeah? But anyways,
and also, guys, and I said this before. Ateta, Edu, Arsenal. This is your guys' season. This is our season. I tell you why. Next season, you have Chelsea that's going to go haywire. You got City that's going to against strengthen.
Of course.
You've got Ten Hag, and this I'm saying, quote me on this, that's getting used to the Premiership.
And a new ownership.
New ownership, new players, and players that he wants.
Yeah.
Forced to be reckoned with. You got Liverpool also that are also now trying to also come through their faces. He laughs again. I love this guy. So
I'm not saying that.
he's not saying that. So the Arsenal, that was my small player review of that game, Ibrahim. Lot of class. However, the defense still a little bit. We're conceding, man.
Yeah.
And that is
And
scary
we always
something.
said it.
We always
The
say when we
defense.
concede, oh, they play well. Look at Arsenal moving that ball.
You
But
concede
I
2,
just
you
feel-
score 3, but how long can it last?
How long can it last? So this is where you need to dip in the transfer window. And yeah, looking good so far. It was a great win. I mean, Brighton, remember, Brighton beat Chelsea. They beat City, if I'm not mistaken. They beat Liverpool. I mean, they beat all of these guys here.
Big boys.
And honestly, going into the match, I was very nervous. Very nervous. So, yeah, that's my little review. Ibi, maybe we can go straight into your player ratings.
Yeah, let's
for-
just go. I'm just going to
Yeah.
run. I'm not going to give you reasons
Sure,
why,
sure.
because I think we'll focus more on the closer game.
The close. And there's a pen out. We are
Going for it.
Going for
So, David De Gea, 8. Malacia, a 6. I don't think he had a fantastic game. Oh, yeah, guys, remember, 6
Yes,
is an
yes,
average performance, a good performance. Anything above 6 means above average, a really good performance. Anything below 6 means a below average performance. So,
Yeah.
Malacia, I'm going to give him a 6.
Awesome.
Luke Shaw and Varane were fantastic,
Oh,
complementing each other. I'm going to give them both 7s.
Agreed.
For that game. Amazing
Agreed.
performance. Wan Bissaka, a 7, I think is really, a bit of a renaissance, a revitalization for Aaron Wan Bissaka,
I know.
ever since. So, brilliant stuff for
Good
him.
Good stuff.
In the middle of the park, Casemiro, a tank again. And let me just show you guys.
Oh, there he goes.
Casemiro.
Casemiro.
So, I'm going to
Casemiro.
give Casemiro an 8.
Brilliant.
Christian Eriksen, I'll give him a 7. Bruno Fernandes a 7 because he assisted the goal.
Yes, he did.
Up front, we had... Who did United have up front?
It was
We had Martial. Martial, for
Anthony.
me, is going to get a 6.
Anthony on the right.
Anthony's going to get a 5. I think
I-
Anthony's
yes,
been
yes.
poor the last couple of games.
I was waiting for a 6 is but
No, a 5.
a 5. Ooh, if I-
A 5.
Anthony,
I didn't enjoy the performances.
Anthony, Ibrahim Chunara has spoken. And
Yeah.
Tony,
Come
Ibrahim
on,
Chunara has
you
spoken.
need to
Come on.
you need to do
Pack
more
up
than
now, my
tinkering.
boy. Pack up.
You need to get up to pace with the Premier League.
Yes,
You need
must.
to read the game.
Yeah.
Step overs and all the tricks are nice, but sometimes you need to be quick with it, pass, give it
I
off.
love that, yes.
And there were opportunities for him to score, which he didn't take his chances. So I'm going to give Anthony a 5.
Good.
And then we had, was it Garnacho on the left?
Garnacho, he started with
Garnacho, a tough game against Wolves. I don't think Garnacho is suited for a game like Wolves because they're hard hitting. So Garnacho is going to get a 6. And then the only one that came off the bench that I'm going to rate is Marcus Rashford. And that,
Must, yeah.
that second half performance was amazing, full of energy, full of running. I'm going to give Marcus Rashford a 7 for that game.
7,
My man of the match, Casemiro.
Oh, another one.
Another one.
This is two matches in a
back
row.
to back, standout performer.
And the boss, Ten Hag.
Ten Hag, for the sheer confidence or sticking to his principles in a tough game against Wolves, you know, you'd want your best players out, but he doesn't bend. I'm going to give Ten Hag an 8. He got it spot on.
Brilliant stuff. Ten Hag. So, yeah, guys, there you go. Casemiro, another Ibrahim Chunara, man of the match performance.
Brilliant.
Absolutely amazing.
If you
So,
run
yeah,
us through your
brilliant.
ranking,
I'm going to run through it. Ramsdale, definitely an average 6, EB. I just feel something. Ramsdale is brilliant, man, but
almost cost it yesterday against Newcastle, where he gave the ball away.
he's over, EB. What I feel Ramsdale is doing, he's overthinking there. And you know, before he never used to do it. When he came at Arsenal first, he just used to get the ball, hold the ball. Now he's overthinking. So Ramsdale definitely a 6. Saliba and Gabriel, I feel could have done a bit better with defending those 2 goals. Both are average 6 as well. I think this was the forwards of Arsenal that really won this game. Ben White.
What a performance.
Man, the Blanco, there's a name for Ben White. I'll get it for you. But Ben White, definitely a 7. He was the only fullback that really played well. Tini struggled a little bit. Obviously, Zinchenko. Coming back, and I was actually very impressed with Arteta, Ibrahim, by giving Zinchenko the minutes and having Tini just as a backup, and vice versa, starting Tini, because that's the one.
No?
There's big competition.
Yeah.
And that's the one position that's the most hard. If you look at how Arsenal play, that's a position where he needed 2 top left backs. So definitely another 7 for Zinchenko. His link-up play was amazing, but got tired, and Tini came on, and we'll rate only Tini after that. Partey, definitely a average but a little bit slightly good performance, a 7. He's keeping the team together, Ibrahim. He's really Xhaka,
and again, leaves everything on the field.
Xhaka a little bit quiet. I was going to give him an average 6. I'm still going to keep it with an average 6. What I liked about him,
Xhaka looks tired since he came back from the World Cup.
He's tired. How did you?
I can see it.
This guy, man. Yeah, I was just going to say he's very tired. But what I liked him and about him is that tired or no tired, you're not going to bully him. And Martinelli. He's going to grab you by your head.
Enforcer,
He's the enforcer. I mean, even Odegaard. He reminds me of that guy protecting Messi. The Rodri Paul or something.
The Paul.
You go next to Odegaard. Xhaka is there like a lion. So, so that was them. And now we're going to go into the 4. Right? The 4 up front. Odegaard.
What a goal.
Ibrahim, Odegaard, the wizard of Oz, the conductor of the orchestra.
Rio Ferdinand says he's Mozart. He's like Mozart.
Ibi. Okay, and then we've got Nketiah. So I'm going a full 8 for all 4 of them.
Agreed.
All 4 of them are 8, but the outstanding performer,
Your
and
man
again, a second one in a row, Martin Odegaard.
Odegaard.
So I'm going all a good 7. I'm sorry, it was an 8. Sorry. Good 8 for all of them. That's Nketiah, Saka. Sorry, guys, I'm writing as I go. Nketiah, Saka, and Gabby Martinelli. Brilliant
and
stuff.
Martin
Odegaard, our man of the match. And also, the one guy I want to rate coming off the bench to just keep that intensity was none other than our Scottish man, William Wallace. Freedom! Definitely a 7 from Tini off the bench.
Perfect. Love it.
Right, so, and Mikel Arteta.
Arteta.
I have to give Arteta, this man has really, when they say trust the process, this man has made us Arsenal supporters fall in love with the club. Not only that, he's inspired the next generation of Arsenal supporters, and you know what he's done? He's brought them all out of the coffin. All of a sudden, hey man, I mean, guys, I suffered. And there's a few guys of Arsenal.
Walk around now, you see the guys with the Arsenal top soon.
I'm like in holiday and I'm saying, and everybody I walk past, you know what I do? 2 words for you. Bukayo Saka. And everybody just laughs. I'm like, okay, it's fine. But So Mikel Arteta definitely 8. He's doing well.
Brilliant.
I love his fiery.
Yeah,
He doesn't care who's he. Sometimes also a bit too fiery.
I think the one thing about Arteta, and I think he's going to get in trouble soon because there's a spotlight on it. He likes to come out of his area.
Agreed.
He's going to get into trouble with it. I think a lot of the coaches and pundits are complaining about it. I've
think
heard
he
it a
just
few
needs to-
times. He needs to.
He needs
Yes,
to
I
come.
love the passion, but sometimes you need to just
No,
rein
agreed.
it in a bit.
Totally agreed with you. And that, let's be honest about it. And we always bring them up, especially Sir Alex Ferguson. Sir Alex Ferguson used to get angry, but they used to know when to just
Pull back.
pull back.
100%.
Arsene Wenger had that art, but in the end of his career, he was going for Mourinho. So yeah, Ibi, that was amazing.
Brilliant.
Could we go straight into, you guys had a Bournemouth?
I think let's start
Okay,
with
sorry,
new
sorry.
title
Can I?
challenges.
Oh, yes,
go,
yes.
Going with the
Newcastle.
Arsenal-Newcastle.
So
game.
yes, guys, Newcastle United at the
So
Emirates
guys, that
Stadium.
was our first set of fixtures, and now we're going into the second set of fixtures. Newcastle hosted at the Emirates, and Bournemouth hosted at Old Trafford. So we're going
Can
to
I go
start
with
off with the champions.
Champions elect.
elect. Chasing the title. So
Ooh,
take
okay.
us in.
So yeah, Newcastle, guys, we always knew this is going to be a tricky fixture. The two most informed teams at the moment, like really. Arsenal also knew, and we all knew how well Newcastle defend. There was a small joke, I think the commentator said that the Newcastle guys are like giants. And you know, Umfana Food, what a guy, are small guys, but guys, there was certain time it was a gritty, hard North London affair where they were kicking one another. I just feel that the referee already in the 30th minute lost the plot of the game. And you know, big games like that, and remember Newcastle are also playing very well. I was a little bit disappointed. I was one, and myself and Ibrahim, we love Eddie Howe. I mean, and we spoke about it. Just a bit negative, you know. They said that there was only of pure football last night played, EB, about 50 minutes.
Phew.
The rest of the 40 minutes were basically just stoppages and stoppage tactics by Newcastle. And look here, no doubt.
It worked
if
for
it
them.
works, it works. Listen, and I say this always, and this here is a quote my dad used to tell us: the higher you climb the tree, the windier it gets.
Yeah.
So if you want to be on top of that log, you need to understand that there's going to be some guys with a ketty. Remember the ketty? They're going to want you to come down. So the higher you climb, or the higher you climb the tree, the windier it gets. And that's when you need to really, your resilience needs to hold on. So few decisions went away, not Arsenal's way.
Talk to us about those penalty
Ibi,
shouts.
Ibi,
There were
the first one, like you said earlier on, was given against who was it? With the ball to end.
No, United's goal against
United's,
Wolves
yes,
when
yes.
he hit Infana's in the hand.
Yes.
They called it a handball.
They called it a
touched the
handball.
ball in the box. So if that rule is applied there, it should be applied in the other box as well.
Same
right?
thing there. And Arteta was livid. There was also another one whereby, I don't know this big defender, but he's a good defender for Newcastle.
Shaw.
Look, yes. Also, he had his hands all over Martinelli on a normal day. Commentators, everybody says, Andy Townsend, this would have been given. Don't know how it wasn't. Also, Newcastle taking nothing away. Had opportunities, Ibi.
I mean,
They had opportunities.
The one mistake Ramsdale made where he passed the ball into the Newcastle strikers.
Yeah.
They could have finished that
They
off.
could have taken. But you know what? Overall, guys, I must say, yes, it was a 0-0, a draw, a good point. I would say a good point because, I mean, Newcastle also title. Well, they all saying at Merseyside, at the Magpies, they title contenders now. Whatever it is, they've got the money, they've got the backing, and they came in there wanting the 3 points. I think a draw, good result for both. Arsenal, pack your bags, do whatever you have to do. Arteta, give the guys a nice team talk, give them off, and get going for next week. You know, so a good draw. But I must say, just before I finish with a small review, Ibrahim, there were certain times when the Arsenal boys had the ball. It was mesmerizing.
I mean, so we were on a live
You
for
know.
that first 15 minutes.
Oh, how
and
many
Abdul was
times?
going crazy, man.
I mean, the first 15 minutes, and Arteta said it, they lacked that final pass or that killer instinct last night. You know, a 1-0. Get a 1-0.
That's amazing.
Close the Emirates and go home. That would have been perfect for last night. Never happened. However, this year is...
But still 8 points clear.
8 points.
City
But
could bring it to 5, but still 5
good,
points clear in the turn of the year. Not a
good,
bad
good
place
stuff.
to be.
And this is you want a title, you need to graph,
Yeah,
as they say.
100%.
So yeah, that's my review. Ibi, you want to take us and we'll do our player ratings, or you want me to go through the player?
Finish it up. Finish
Can
it
I
up.
finish it up?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant stuff. So we're gonna go Ramsdale. Again, Ibi, I'm gonna give Ramsdale again. And sorry, Aaron, I love you, my man, but Ramsdale definitely another 6 for Ramsdale. Last night, very. If he's checking if we're recording, we good. I was also nervous. Okay, so yeah, we good. We all good. We got Ramsdale. Ramsdale with a 6. Ibi. There's not much of rotation in Arsenal.
That's a problem.
And that's scaring me. And I
Fatigue.
think Arteta's he's not being honest about it. He's hiding. He's saying yes, they're going, but there's some fatigue, especially Xhaka, like you said.
It has
earlier
to.
on.
It has to
You know?
kick in. It's a tough season this
It's
year.
tough.
With the World Cup
very,
in
very
between,
tough.
you need a bigger squad that you can rely on. And I think that's City's biggest advantage. They've got 2.5 first
Agreed.
teams that can just step up at any time.
Agree, totally. So Arteta had an exact same team that he played against Brighton. He had Ramsdale, which we gave a 6. Saliba and Gabriel again. Guys, I love you guys both. And Ibrahim knows that I'm very hard when it comes to defense. Because your defense must be solid. In any great footballing team, your defense needs to be solid. Because if you don't concede, you don't lose.
Yeah.
You don't concede, you don't lose. I'm giving him again a 6 because they can do better. Saliba started off, he was doing
But
so
kept a
well.
clean sheet against a tough Newcastle team.
But Ibi, I just feel that there were certain times there's that one last extra pass when they go back, where we're not going forward, and that's where that fatigue comes in. You can see that they're doubting themselves.
Yeah.
And before that, they were not. So, Saliba, Gabriel, I know you guys can do better, and I promise you, next match, Premiership match against Tottenham, we'll speak again. I know you guys are going to get an 8 from us, right? White again, definitely. Again, stand out fullback again, definitely an 8. Even better in Brighton. He worked so hard. He had to make a change. Came off in the 80th minute. Tomiyasu came back on. But this boy, he left everything on the field.
Love it.
Right, so 8 for Ben White. 8 again for Zinchenko. Partey, definitely last night you were amazing. I'm giving him an 8 EB. Xhaka, a 6 again. I think you were just but tired, and like Ibrahim said earlier on, there's some fatigue there. Martin Odegaard, you beauty again, but they kicked him. Last night they kicked Odegaard, man. Odegaard, the first 5 minutes, the hair was already falling. They were just kicking. Saka also, your boy, they were kicking. Mfana Footy, they were kicking.
They love kicking the
You know,
smaller
there
guys.
was one man, where Mfana Footy down the right wing, and they're chasing these giants are chasing him. And he goes with speed and cuts back. And this big defender, what was his name? Shah. Flies past him. Then the other big guy, I forgot his name. So Max, I don't know who it is. Comes this way. What Mfana Footy does? With speed, he goes straight in this way. Just couldn't score. But brilliant stuff. Kicking him also all over. I'm going again. Xhaka, we said a 6. I'm going a 7 with Odegaard. Could have done better. In Ketia.
Ketia had a bit of a tired game. I think the Greek scouts put him under pressure.
The Greek scouts, you naughty boy. But something with Nketiah, what I didn't like yesterday, he got upset too early in the match. You know, sometimes you got to be a bit composed.
Calm.
So I'm going to give you a 7. Saka, Martinelli, also a 7. All through, you guys are doing very well.
Nketiah
a
a 7?
Look here, Ibi, there were times I was going to tell you the reason I was going to go with a 6. But you know what I liked about him yesterday was, you know, and I love when you say Jesus, the defensive striker. His defensive work. That's what won it for me. You know why? There were times when Newcastle were breaking and they were breaking hard. And here you find Nketiah
leading the defense.
But then you're not conceding, but you're not scoring because you're not up front. So, I mean, half
but
full, half empty. I don't know how you look at it. So, a 7, are you okay? We can drop it to a 6 if you're okay.
With it. I just
7?
wanted to make sure that the
right.
community understands
Right,
why you're going for the 7.
So a 7 just because of his defensive element, and we need to sit and analyze it a bit more on why they're playing so defensively at times. Saka a 7 definitely, and Martinelli a 7. Again, I have to for this match, because there was so much of pressure. It was a gritty match. It was a match where there's not much flicks and touches and movement. Benjamin White. Blanco white.
Blanco white.
Blanco white.
Blanco.
Blanco.
Benjamin.
Blanco Benjamin. Definitely Benjamin White. You are my man of the match. Man of the match. Amazing stuff. Ateta, I'm dropping you to a 7 for this one.
Okay.
I just feel it, you were, but the changes when you brought on Tini and Tommy, it could have been done a little bit earlier, Ibi. Don't wait too late for it.
Sometimes it's important.
It's important.
Freshen it up.
So,
but again, I think he doesn't have too much confidence on his bench.
Yes.
And the only way that's sorted out is by bringing in more players. So
You
Edu, wake up.
You must. Come on, guys. And why so long? That's one thing about Manchester United and Arsenal.
They wait till
the end. And now you got other clubs coming in. And so, guys, wake up, man. Wake up. So,
look at Liverpool. They wanted Gakpo. They got him done before the transfer window opened. Right?
No issues.
Chelsea wanted the players.
No issues.
United and Arsenal, they
And then, Ibi,
they
you know what?
talk.
Then after a week, 2 weeks, and
The
it gets
price goes
another
up.
10 million.
Exactly.
Then another team gets a scope that you're looking at as player. It just becomes a problem. United, Arsenal, it's one thing you guys need to fix up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, brilliant. Ibi, I'm good.
Yeah, brilliant stuff,
I'm
Abdul.
good.
That's amazing. Love the analysis. So I'm going to United hosting Bournemouth at Old Trafford. Not our best performance. I know the scoreline flat is 3-0. Not our best performance. Manchester United never got out of third gear. But what I liked about this performance, Abdul, is that in the past, this is a game Manchester United loses. But today, or when they played, without any pressure, they didn't look like they were in trouble.
Yeah.
They got the work done, and the game moved in.
They were flying.
I'm going to go straight. I mean, it's not much to talk about around the game. I think United they just ran the game as they needed to run it. They did what they needed to do.
They were comfortable.
If we didn't get that early goal, the goal in the first half, a tricky second half, but we got the goal. We go into the half a bit more composed, and we were thinking, okay, second half, let's get the second and the third, and then we compose ourselves. A big shout out to David De Gea.
Always.
Kept us in it at really critical times. Bournemouth had chances, and that's what I'm saying. Not our best performance. Bournemouth had chances, but United didn't get out of third gear, and I think a win is a win.
A win is
and
a
I
win,
think that's what we
definitely.
needed. So I'm gonna.
But Ibi also just also guys and you rival supporters, it's giving United such a big time. Shows also the power that they were also only in third gear.
Yeah.
They can push up again if they want to.
100%.
So
And they
that's
need
good.
to. But this is what this team needs. This team needs that ability to be able to go from third to fourth gear.
Yes.
And we need to
It's a
see
change.
that happening.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And when I'm saying we're in third gear, it's no disrespect to Bournemouth.
No, of course, yeah.
I think United just played in the third gear. But what will be when we play, a little bit more tricky fixtures, and again, no disrespect to Bournemouth, like City and Arsenal, are we able to take it from third gear to fourth gear?
That's
Or
your
are we
good
going to be stalling in third gear?
Correct.
And that's where we collect a hiding. So
Correct.
that's going to be important to see over the next couple of weeks. A lot
Brilliant
of people are saying United could be title contenders. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Similar to Arsenal, we don't have a big squad. We've got a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Ten Hag's first season. I think let's not put undue pressure on Ten Hag. He needs to get top 4. Let's not be talking about titles. The title is between Arsenal and City. Let's leave United
But Ibi, let me tell you,
fight for
a
the
top four-
top 4 spot.
Ten Hag, second season, it looks good.
I think that's important.
It looks good. So
I think
objective
Ten
is
Hag
top 4.
Top 4.
Top 4.
With Champions League, you attract the best
Oh,
players.
yes. Oh,
You
yes.
can go in for the likes of Jude Bellingham,
Oh, yes.
Frankie
Oh, yes.
de Jong. A
And
really good
Frankie
striker,
has
Alfred.
spoken again about it.
So
Yeah.
really important to get that going. So the only way you unlock that is by getting top 4. So let's see.
Beautiful.
And also this win took us 7 points clear of Liverpool, which is good.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Awesome
Brilliant.
stuff. So I'm going to go straight into the player ratings, and I'll talk a little bit about each of the teams there, each of the players. David De Gea, again, phenomenal for me. Quiet most of the game, but when he's called upon, made some telling saves. At one point, 1-0 up and then 2-0 up, David De Gea pulls out 2 or 3 amazing saves.
Sublime.
Flying to the left, really point blank ones as well. So, and Ten Hag said it, the reason why United are keeping clean sheets over the last couple of games, it's because of David De Gea. He's pulling out some blinders.
Yeah.
Never should have scored with Wolves, but David De Gea pulled it out, and Bournemouth should have at least had one. but De Gea, kept it intact. So
Brilliant, David.
for me, David De Gea, another 8 performance, brilliant stuff.
Nice.
And apparently he's agreed to lower his salary, and I think United are going to extend his contract by a year.
Are you serious? That
He wants
is
to be
amazing.
This is a captain of captains,
That is
man. He's not the official
amazing.
captain of the club, but a player that he has been an absolute servant of the club. And guys, watch the top 11 by Dean and Adam, Man Cave
It was
United, and
Brilliant.
MUFC Worldwide Reds. You'll be shocked at the goalkeeper choice. So, get
And really made us also think.
exactly.
Made us really change our perception, because we also only going in 1-2, but
Exactly. It's
we
justified.
forget what we have now.
Exactly.
So brilliant stuff. Amazing.
So brilliant stuff. Centre back Lindelof and Maguire, always nervous when they are in there. Always look like there's a goal that they can concede. There's a few times where they made big mistakes where they had to pull them out. The one I think about where they played the ball, where he left the ball. Maguire chased the player instead of the ball. Ball runs out 1-on-1. David De Gea pulls out a blinder. So I'm going to give them both standard 6s. I don't think they were poor, but I don't think they've done anything to make Varane and Licha be worried about their centre back positions.
100%.
Good backup players, but not first team
Not
players for
first team.
Manchester United.
Agreed.
And I think that might make Maguire want to leave. If not now, definitely in
But
the
I
summer.
think I think it's time. I think it's time.
Lindelof, I love him as a backup, and I hope he stays with United, but definitely not first team centre backs.
You know what? Who Lindelof reminds me of? Rob Holding.
Oh yes.
They can be on, but you know what? Also, Lindelof, the love of the team. You can even keep them there as a backup,
Yeah.
and they will fall into maybe your development in the club or whatever it
Exactly.
is. So Lindelof,
Brilliant. I love him. It's amazing, and I think that's what you need. And what this game allowed Ten Hag again to be able to rotate players, give the likes of Varane, because came straight back from the World Cup in, played the last couple of games. Good for him to have a break. Licha got some minutes in his tank, but also got a break and was able to mix things around, which was really important.
Ibi, sorry, just remind the fans out there why Varane was arrested this week and what happened last week. He was actually off. Call from Ten Hag to say, come my boy, we need you.
Injury crisis.
And he played.
Came in, played the last 2 games.
Rolls Royce.
Against Forest and then Wolves. And then comes out, gets a bit of a break against Bournemouth, which is really important. And it just shows the mentality of Varane.
Sorry, we just had to remind everybody of the Rolls Royce. I mean,
right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, another solid performance from Wan-Bissaka. Hasn't put a foot wrong since he's been put back into the team. For me, a 7. But when Dalot came on, because Dalot got a few minutes, and it just showed the difference between Wan-Bissaka and Dalot. Dalot came on more attacking, still solid in defense, and I think the two of them can really push each other for the position. So Wan-Bissaka 7, Luke Shaw, oh my God, stood in as a left centre back because of the injury crisis the last couple of games. Today was moved out into left back, into his normal position.
like nothing happened.
Took it as is, brilliant performance, solid in defense, really strong going up and got a goal. Started the attack from our defense, played a couple 1-2s, moves up the field, Garnacho with the ball in, and Luke Shaw side foots it in. Brilliant. Goal from Luke Shaw. I'm going to give Luke Shaw an 8. Brilliant performance. Shoberto Carlos. And to all the guys who doubt Shoberto, yes, he has his dips in form, but he's always a player that there's talent in that boy. And you know what really set him back when he had that really scary injury a couple of seasons back? He almost lost his leg because of that injury. So, it's a mental block that I think he's gotten over. And just shows again the man management by Ten Hag to bring the best out of these players. We're seeing Maguire having good performances, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, Fernandes back at it, Rashford, and this all down to Eric Ten Hag and his man management. So that's my defensive line.
Amazing.
If we go into our midfield, another solid performance by Casemiro, another 8 performance for me. Really strong in defense, strong breaking up the play and moving forward, and also got a goal. Brilliant finish, cross coming in from the quarterback, Christian Eriksen. And Casemiro gets in front of his players, opens his foot up and puts it in. Difficult technique to master.
I have something to tell you.
Yeah.
With the way Casemiro's playing, I haven't played for a long time. He wants me to put my boots on.
Abdul, it's a sign.
I don't know, man. But
Thursday night.
I didn't want to tell you guys, but
tomorrow night.
Just Casemiro, the way he's bullish, man. He's a tank. He's a general.
I just put Abdul in for our Esther. Abdul, I don't want excuses.
I didn't
Thursday
want to tell you,
night,
but man, I want to put on those mundials again, man.
Yes. Abdul is in.
So yeah, guys, that's Casemiro. That's my motivation, Casemiro. Thanks for motivating me.
Christian Eriksen,
yeah.
solid as usual. Doesn't do anything fancy, but does the small things right. Gets the ball in the right position. Amazing on the free kick. We haven't had a player that can really give us good free kicks in a while. Eriksen has been that guy. So for me, Eriksen is 7. Bruno Fernandes didn't have his best game. And I like that he didn't have his best game.
Good.
Because didn't have a good game, still got an assist. But the team are playing as a team. So if one player doesn't play well, the rest of the team can carry that player.
Definitely.
If you have 1 or 2 non-performers, it's okay. But when you start having 3, 4, 5 non-performers, that's a problem. So for me, Bruno, a 6. Got an assist, but I think the assist was more Luke Shaw's ball in, over the top. Brilliant cross into the box. And good, composure from Fernandes, not to just try and crack it first time. Picks his head up, looks at Rashford coming in, plays it across and a tap in for Rashford.
Beautiful stuff.
Up front, we had Martial. Martial really, really disappointing me. He's got that number 9 shirt. Ten Hag is telling him, "You're my striker. Go out and do the business."
And this is his chance.
He's not taking it. Really underwhelming. He had a really good opportunity to get one in. The ball hanged up, got good contact, and he heads it wide. For me, Martial, a 6. Nothing too fancy. He just... And again, let's not get it wrong. The striking department or the striking position is a graveyard shift at Manchester United. Not a lot of things happen up front. It's a really tough one. But when you get your chance, you need to be taking it. And Martial's not.
They must, definitely.
We had Rashford on the right.
He started on the right, yes.
And who's on the left?
You won't believe it. I didn't even check.
I can't remember.
Anthony didn't start.
Oh, Van der Beek.
Van der Beek, yeah.
Donny Van der Beek.
Forgotten.
Yeah, dead injury again. Unfortunately, the guy went in, he slipped, and Donny's knee, his whole leg bent the other way. Probably not a leg break, but I think ligament damage. And we're waiting to hear what happens. We're waiting to hear what happens, but I think from the look of it, it looks like he's probably out for the rest of the season. I'm going to give him a 6 because, just as he started getting into the game in the second half early on, he got cracked and he had to come off. So unfortunate for Donny. Rashford, again, energy. Even though he's not been too influential in the game, a lot of energy, running directly at players, creating problems for the defense. So I'm going to give Rashford a 7 because he got the goal as well.
Nice.
And then Garnacho came on, looked really solid. I love that the crowd has changed Ronaldo's chant into Garnacho. So no more Viva Ronaldo.
It's
Viva Garnacho.
Nice Garnacho.
I love it.
Beautiful.
So Garnacho, a 7 for me, created some problems for the defense. You should have had a goal, hit the bar, really, and got an assist in for Luke Shaw. So brilliant stuff. And Erik ten Hag, brilliant, took the risk in resting players, rotating the game, admitted that this is not the best performance. What I like about the United manager, not getting carried away, steady performance, not out of third gear, demands more from the team, 8 from Erik ten Hag. Good. And my man of the match, 3 games in a row.
Ooh, a hat-trick.
Casemiro.
Oh, man, Casemiro.
This boy has been amazing.
This is your, Casemiro, if you're watching, this is your 3rd man of the match. By Ibrahim Chunara. Come on.
Casemiro.
We need you to pay us a visit. It's long overdue.
I love it from Casemiro.
It's long overdue. Yes,
30-year-old bossing the Premier League. In the prime of his career. Amazing stuff. And I think he's going to be pivotal. And what boggles my mind is that the coaches that came before, Mourinho, Solskjaer, how could they not see that United were lacking a pure centre defensive midfielder? Ten Hag found it out, brought in Casemiro, and he's made a world of a difference to this Manchester United team. And that's it. That's our player ratings.
Sorry, guys, this was a double player ratings and review, a double whammy. amazing. EB, as always, it was absolutely amazing.
Brilliant
And
stuff.
education again. And yeah.
Guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. That's on YouTube, Gunning to Old Trafford, and on Instagram, Gunning_2_Old Trafford. It rocks. Give us a follow. Amazing content on YouTube. Really, on the go.
Yeah.
We keep you
It's
guys
amazing.
busy the whole day.
It's amazing.
And that is entirely curated by Abdul and myself.
Yeah. Personally.
Curated by Abdul and myself. Somebody asked me yesterday. There was a post that came up on Arsenal, and he said, I guess Abdul posted this. And I said, no, actually I posted it because Abdul is focused on the game. He's like, but you posted it like an Arsenal fan, like the passion. I'm like, that's what Gunning to Old Trafford is. It's a channel about Manchester United and Arsenal. Yes, I love Manchester United. Yes, he loves Arsenal, but we respect each other's clubs.
Definitely.
And when we post about it, you won't know if it's him or me, but we post about each other's clubs like we love it.
Do you know, talking about it, I even got the Big Dave, the song of David De Gea.
Yeah.
Because we posted about this, but it's making us think and really broaden our horizon,
100%.
And amazing stuff, baby.
Brilliant
What a
stuff.
journey.
So guys, follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Follow us on YouTube. Our TikTok account is rocking as well. Some amazing stuff.
I need to get on.
You need to get onto TikTok.
The only TikTok is a TikTok. Remember TikTok is
Yeah.
the very
And then on Twitter, Gunning2OT, for your quick snippets of what's going on in the world.
Hey,
of
Evie,
football.
also Facebook now.
Oh yes,
Hey,
we've
we
opened
forgot
up
about
a
Facebook.
Is it a Gunning to
No,
Old
no,
Trafford?
it's my
No,
one.
you need to open up a Gunning.
A
to
Gunning.
Old
So
Trafford one,
okay,
yeah.
so basically all the content is ready. When we open up a Gunning to Old Trafford, we transfer. So Gunning, that's coming soon, guys. Facebook.
And guys, another platform, Spotify, for audio streaming. So for all of you that don't have time to watch the videos, on your way to work, you're going to be able to, when you're in the car, driving anywhere, you're going to be able to listen to us on the go. Just the audio around Gunning to Old Trafford. So the platform is growing, the channels are growing. We need your support, we need your contributions. Start sharing, start following. We love you guys. Give us a follow across all of our platforms.
Amazing stuff.
And with that,
we are
Gunning to Old Trafford.
Thank you, guys.